Have you ever had a gut feeling that maybe you were meant for more, but you weren't really sure what the next best steps were to achieve it? And I'm not talking about just more money or more things. I'm also talking about more love, more joy, more choice, more balance, more trust. So what's your more? Imagine a world-class violinist forced to work in a noisy factory. The discord isn't just unpleasant, it's existentially painful. This metaphor captures the experience of those ready for this journey. They feel a persistent, almost physical ache of unrealized potential. It's not that their current life is objectively terrible. It's that they've glimpsed what could be and can no longer tolerate the gap. This journey is for those who've exhausted conventional paths of growth. They've read the books, attended the seminars, tried the life hacks, and found them woefully inadequate or insufficient. They understand that incremental change is no longer sufficient. The magnitude of transformation they seek requires a complete neural restructuring. It's for individuals who've realized that their current identity, their habits, beliefs, and reflexive responses is the primary obstacle to their evolution. They're ready to challenge the very foundations of who they think they are. It's for people who've glimpsed moments of extraordinary clarity, capability, or connection, and are no longer willing to accept these as fleeting experiences. They want to reconstruct their baseline to match these peak states. This journey attracts those who've realized that their current perspective, their worldview, their understanding of themselves and others is limited and limiting. They're willing to dismantle these cognitive structures to access broader, more nuanced ways of perceiving. It's for individuals who face significant trauma or life changes that have shattered their previous sense of self. Instead of trying to reassemble the pieces, they're ready to use this disruption as a catalyst for complete reinvention. This path calls to those who feel a deep, almost inexplicable urge to serve a greater purpose. They sense that their current limitations are not just personal obstacles, but barriers to the positive impact they could have on the world. It's for people who've recognized that their emotions, reactions, and ingrained patterns are often at odds with their conscious intentions. They're ready to dive deep into their subconscious to align their entire being with their highest aspirations. This journey is for those who've understood that true freedom isn't about external circumstances, but about internal mastery. They're willing to undergo temporary discomfort and isolation to achieve lasting liberation from mental and emotional constraints. It's for individuals who've realized that their current self is a construction, a complex interplay of genetics, upbringing, and societal conditioning. They're ready to take conscious control of this construction process. This path is for those who see self-transformation not as self-indulgence, but as a responsibility. They understand that by radically improving themselves, they uplift everyone they interact with. It's for people who've recognized that their current way of being is unsustainable, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. They're willing to endure short-term upheaval for long-term harmony and fulfillment. Ultimately, this journey is for those who've realized that they are the authors of their own existence. They're no longer willing to live a life written by circumstance, habit, or others' expectations. They're ready to disappear into the crucible of transformation and emerge as the fullest expression of their potential. So first, let's dismantle a pervasive myth: the idea that transformation should be easy or comfortable. This expectation is not just misguided, it's dangerous. Real change is akin to forging steel. It requires intense heat, pressure, and repeated hammering. Your psyche is no different. Expecting ease is a trap that will derail you before you begin. Embrace the discomfort. It's not an obstacle, it's the pathway. Now let's address another fallacy: the belief that this journey will lead to a predetermined outcome, a specific job, relationship, or lifestyle. Such expectations are shackles. You're not just changing your circumstances, you're altering the very lens through which you perceive reality. The you that emerges may have entirely different desires, values, and aspirations. This isn't a bug in the process, it's a feature. Let's talk about the cornerstone of this metamorphosis: radical consistency. This isn't about motivation or willpower, it's about rewiring your nervous system through relentless, daily practice. Imagine an Olympic athlete. Their training isn't occasional or when they feel like it. It's a non-negotiable part of their existence. Your transformation demands the same level of commitment every single day. No exceptions. This consistency isn't just about actions. It's about recalibrating your neurological baseline. We're literally changing the physical structure of your brain. Here's the catch. This rewiring process is incredibly sensitive to interruption. A single day of reverting to old patterns can undo weeks of progress. This is why I'm advocating for 6 months of uninterrupted focus. It's the minimum time frame required for substantial neuroplastic change to occur and stabilize. Now let's delve into the practical aspects of this neurological revolution. We must start with a comprehensive audit of your current neural patterns. This isn't about listing your habits. It's about understanding the deep-seated triggers and responses that govern your behavior at a subconscious level. So for 1 week, document every emotional reaction, every impulse, every automatic thought. Be brutally honest. This data is the blueprint of your current neural architecture. Look out for victimhood, poor me or poor special me, anger, entitlement, fear, which are the most common deterrents to growth. Next, design your desired neural framework. This isn't about setting goals. It's about engineering a new operating system for your mind. Identify the core neural patterns you want to establish. These aren't vague aspirations like be more confident. They're specific, measurable responses to stimuli. For instance, instead of reflexively checking social media when you feel uncomfortable, you might design a pattern of taking 3 deep breaths and asking yourself a thought-provoking question. Instead of automatically reaching for comfort food when feeling stressed, you might design a pattern of pausing, identifying the specific emotion you're experiencing, and then engaging in a 2-minute body scan meditation to locate where you feel that emotion physically and allowing it to come to its natural completion. Rather than reflexively defending yourself or counterattacking when criticized, you could establish a pattern of taking a moment to silently repeat an empowering mantra, then asking the critic a genuine question to better understand their perspective before responding. Now comes the grueling part, implementation. For the next 6 months, your sole focus is executing these new patterns with unwavering consistency. This process will be uncomfortable. Your brain will resist. It will create elaborate rationalizations for why you should stop. Remember, this resistance isn't a sign of failure. It's evidence that you're pushing against the boundaries of your current neural structure. To accelerate your neurological restructuring, consider exploring advanced neuroplasticity techniques. These aren't mere add-ons, but powerful tools that can significantly enhance your transformation. Research the potential benefits of biofeedback training for conscious nervous system regulation. Look into cognitive bias modification techniques to reshape unconscious thought patterns. Investigate how intermittent fasting might promote neurogenesis, and explore the impact of high-intensity interval training on brain growth factors. Consider studying the effects of cold exposure therapy on mental resilience. Delve into specific meditation practices designed to enhance neuroplasticity. I encourage you to thoroughly research these methods, understand their scientific basis, potential benefits, and any associated risks. Remember, while these techniques can be powerful allies in your journey, it's crucial to approach them with informed caution and, when necessary, under professional guidance. As you progress, you'll experience what neuroscientists call integration windows, periods of heightened plasticity where old neural patterns are particularly vulnerable to change. These windows are unpredictable and often uncomfortable. You might experience mood swings, vivid dreams, or moments of profound disorientation. Embrace these experiences. They're signs that your brain is actively rewiring itself. Now, a word of caution. As you undergo this transformation, your relationships will be challenged. People are invested in the current version of you. Your change threatens their stability. Some may actively try to sabotage your efforts. Others will unconsciously attempt to pull you back into old patterns. Expect dissonance. Your new neural patterns will clash with old environments and relationships. This friction is not just normal, it's necessary for solidifying your transformation. In conclusion, the journey I've outlined is not for everyone. It demands a level of commitment and discomfort that most are unwilling to endure. But for those who dare to undertake it, the rewards are beyond measure. You're not just changing your life, you're fundamentally altering the very essence of who you are. This is not a journey of self-improvement. It's a journey of self-reconstruction at the neural level. The question isn't whether you can afford to undertake this journey. The real question is, can you afford not to? If you are in need for guidance, please contact me for individual support. Thank you for watching, subscribing, and sharing this video. See you in the next one.